Well, I jumped ahead on you a little bit here. Got busy last night and this morning. You know that the last painting that I did that was the last snow scene with a cabin in it? I ended up calling the painting Cold Storage. But yeah, it was sort of a shed amongst some trees and, well, trees in the background mostly, and snow on the ground. Well, I had mentioned that there was a couple that I met at at a Christmas show who had asked me if I would consider doing something like that. So I said sure, and well, I painted that. Turned out well. I was happy with it, and it's in their home now, and they sent me a card. They sent me a thank you card. So it sounds like they're very happy with the painting, and that was a nice thing to receive. That was a real treat, actually. I may have gotten one in the past. I don't know. To my memory, this is probably the first card I've received for. You know, I certainly don't expect it. Anyway, that was nice. Okay, this thing. I still don't know whether I'm going to use a knife or a brush. I am still leaning towards knife, because the last few paintings have been either small and tedious with the knife or with the brush, and I kind of like something expansive. Let me actually square this off to the painting so that you can see the painting properly. Oops. That's probably about right. Okay, so it's washed in. I sorted out, the sort of charcoal tangle that I had here very carefully, using some dark colors, ultramarine blue and red sienna, actually, for these trees. Identifying pretty clearly some limbs. It's not, very easily identifiable limbs with foliage on them. I like the placement of the trees. I was tempted to put a third thin one in maybe alongside, but I'm not sure it needs that. A couple of stumps. I'd like this landmass to block some of the light that's going to come from here, so I darken the bottom half here, or the bottom bit of water. Left that a little bit lighter. Maybe there's a bit more wind catching it there, sort of a cat's paw effect, just a small ripple. Some of the light in the sky will be picked up here, not too much. I don't want to have too much attention down here. The sky is practically its own entity. I think it's well balanced. We have a lot of this going on, in the painting, very strongly. We only have one bit of land here that's going up, that's rising to the right. So I wanted a very strong area in the sky, shooting off and up to the right. I'm needing a few adjustments here, not too much, not too worried about it. I do have this foliage here ending almost directly below this end of land, and where the distant shore goes in behind this point of land, and it's kind of below this. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. Our water's just going to run through with some design in it. Doesn't bother my eye now. Anyway, we'll see as the painting develops. More than likely the first thing I'll be doing is tackling the sky. Sky, I've used ultramarine blue, raw umber and white. Less ultramarine blue, more raw umber and white. Less ultramarine blue again. More raw umber and white. A little more ultramarine blue, raw umber, and white. In here, we're at raw umber, yellow ochre, and white, with a hint of ultramarine blue just up here. So gray, 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 all the way through. We're going to make it a little more colorful once we jump into it, and I think likely with the knife. That's what I'm in the mood for right now, but the painting has to sit and dry for a little bit. Don't know if I'll tackle it today or tomorrow. See you soon.